Now to speak on the issues around fuel subsidy removal, what the government should do to produce best outcome for Nigerians and of course boost local production capacity is former presidential advisor to former President Muhammadu Buhari and Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Enang. You're welcome to Business Express.
Thank you very much and thanks for inviting me.
Great. Perhaps we start by the mixed reactions as seen in this report that has just ended since President Bola Tinubu's speech on fuel subsidy removal. What is your general stand on this?
The president had to do what he needed to do the day he needed to do it. And he needed to start early because that is hitting the ground running. It was a good decision he took that day. Yet there have been reactions, and those reactions perhaps have not been very welcoming. But I think that in the days that has followed and the days that are coming, then the Nigerians and the business community is appreciating, even the labor. Let me use the opportunity first to congratulate labor and to thank labor for being understanding that this is just a new government and they couldn't put that kind of pressure on the government just within 7 days of it coming into effect. And then let me also commend the Mr. President for his personal touch on these matters, personally leading the negotiation, and then commend the Secretary to Government, Senator Akuna, and the Chief of Staff designate, the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Bajabiamila, for leading a successful negotiation with Labour, and also Labour for showing understanding. I think we are in for a better start.
Okay, now some schools of thought are of the opinion that before the removal, perhaps the president should have met with labor unions. Well, his team gladly was able to do that, as we found out last night, and the unions have agreed also on further meetings. But some will say this phase should have come earlier. Do you agree with that?
I think the entire process and the entire is a question of style, and what the president and his team has done is the correct thing to do, and we have gotten the desired result.
Not getting the desired results, of course, it is said that the removal will save Nigeria as much as 13 trillion naira in revenue. But then how about building local refining capacity, which in the first place is a problem that got us into this quagmire?
Well, I think it is not, building local refining capacity is not an option. In fact, it is the only thing that can be done. I've always said, and Nigerians have always said, who says that petrol can only be good in your car if it is imported from other countries? Actually, in those other countries, there are all the petrol that are being imported into this country are refined from small-scale petroleum refineries, some very small. And then when they are refined, they are taken to small, big receptacles and then loaded in the vessels and then brought to Nigeria. They are produced by small scale, dotted all over the country. So what Nigeria needs to do is to encourage small scale refineries in the Niger Delta and everywhere. Nigeria has a small-scale refinery at Ahmadu Bello University with CCU unit. Now, is able to refine petroleum products. Now, Nigeria has the National Agency for Engineering and Engineering Infrastructures, NASENI. Nigeria has the Federal University of Petroleum Resources. Nigeria has the Buhari Refinery. The Petroleum Training Institute, Buhari. Nigeria has all the petroleum departments in almost every university in Nigeria. All these persons are producing and are able to produce refinery. I've always said on many programs that all the illegal refineries, what they call them, which we call artisanal refineries, are fabricated by Nigerians using the Petroleum Institute, Buhari. They are the people who are fabricating for them. And of course, Nigerian refiners in the creeks have stopped using the coal fire. They are now using generators and gas to refine this petroleum product. If you go to the Niger Delta today, diesel that you are buying 800 naira in Abuja and other areas, because they are seen to be imported, it is being sold at less than some less than 200 naira per liter, some 220, 230 per liter. In the Niger Delta area, they sell a drum of 300 liter at 300 liter at about 75 to 80, 82,000 naira, which is because it is being produced in the creeks. Nigeria should stop this, deceiving itself. All these things are being defined in Nigeria. Now, I had an engagement yesterday with the local refiners when I had to brief one of the institutions in this country in the course of trying to address the question of the strike. I had a meeting with them yesterday, and they addressed the institution that, look, they were not concentrating on the refining of petrol because of the subsidy, because it was easier, it was better to refine diesel, which the price was high, and they were able to sell 300, 400 while they were selling 800, 700, and 600 because the price was good. But now that the regulation has come, they are going to concentrate in refining petrol also, because they can sell at a price that it will be competitive. All they need is that they should be given a enabling environment. They should be sold the crude at a international competitive price. When you remove the cost of trucking and vessel, the cost of importing the vessels and all that, they're prepared to buy at that rate, and then you remove you lessen the activities of the Delta Safe, that is the Army, the Navy, and the others. So if we do this, we are going to have a situation where petrol can be sold at 200, 250, and even less than that. And they even said to that audience yesterday was 5th of June, that it is possible to sell petrol, the one they are producing, they produce at 150 naira per liter. I am patriotic. Let me, I'm not praising myself, but I'm saying that I have been on this matter for years and lengths and times, and for these people to come out and say, as they said 4 years ago, that they are granting federal government amnesty. Now, we are still spending money on the Army, Navy, on the security. We are still spending money on the group that we call, the local security team that has been contracted by NNPC and all that. Now, I want to say that the greatest that we can have is improving local production. Now, I want to say, to improve local production, one thing you must do, you must conduct complete wholesale surgery on NNPC, particularly the midstream, downstream sector. Because so long as these people are still on salary, still receiving, and are the people organizing the importation of this product, they will sabotage all this effort. I will not say that there are parts of the people, well, let me not say, but let it be that I have not said, that there are part of the people who have been organizing people to resist the importation, the removal of subsidy, because they are eating and bleeding this country from there. So the president and his team will have to summon extra courage to surgery, to do complete surgery on this area and shut them down, so that there will be local refining in Nigeria. Who says you don't need $18 billion to have a Dangote refinery? You need even $75,000, $800,000. While I was working on this project 3 years ago, the independent petroleum marketers, IPMAN, and all the team they got, say, look, they have in other countries refineries, small scale, that cost between $75,000 and $100,000. I'm not talking of $1 million, $100,000, can buy small-scale refinery that takes just a single bedroom, to install. And those things are being fabricated in the Niger Delta. They are being fabricated in the petroleum resources, University of Petroleum Resources. They are being done by the Petroleum Research Refinery Research Department in Ahmadu Bello University. They are being done in most institutions in Nigeria. If you go to the Akwa Ibom State University in Mparenin, Akwa Ibom State University of Technology in Mparenin, they were part of those that I took as resource persons, and they came with their own product, with their own result of their test and everything. So this capacity is available. It is for His Excellency President Tinubu to apply the strategy he did in Lagos and bring the Lagos magic to perform on Nigeria in this area.
Okay, before I let you go, Senator, do you see them, this administration, picking this advice you've just given? How fast can that be?
I see them taking it because they are mobilizing resources, and of course we often use this word that President Tinubu is good at talent hunting. Not just talent, but he hunts for resources. And of course, as he was able to sustain Lagos when he was stiffened and stifled by the Obasanjo administration when we were in the House of Representatives, and he survived it. He survived it, and of course, he used some such potentials as Femi Gbajabiamila, who had just joined the House of Representatives then, as to work with the National Assembly to survive that sort, as it were, and that stifling, as it were. Okay. Thank God he's with him now, and those resources will be available, and he has extra dose of courage to accept this and to run with it.
Okay, I must sincerely thank you, Senator Enang, for making our time to join the show this morning.
Thank you very much.
You have a nice day.